It's just before midnight on a chilly January night in 2022. Georgia's biggest gas station, Buc-ee's, the one with the giant cartoon beaver, hums with travelers grabbing snacks for the long haul down I-75. Suddenly, the intercom crackles.
Paramedics to the RV lot, infant unresponsive.
Moments later, body cam footage shows a frantic young mother, Shell Rooks, cradling her 9-month-old son. The child's face is a patchwork of bruises. His father, Christopher Train Palmer, paces like a caged animal, shouting, "If my boy dies, I lose my freedom." Police, EMTs, shoppers, they're all frozen by a single, awful question. What happened inside that RV? The truth stretches back hundreds of miles, 2 unexplained deaths, and a set of handcuffs no baby should ever see. This is the story of the Buc-ee's baby. From the outside, Palmer and Rooks looked like any wander-ready couple. Faded RV, 3 little boys, cardboard sign begging, "House burned, need gas." But dig deeper, and the red flags wave like flares. Palmer, 40+ and twice Shell's age, has a rap sheet that includes violence and a stint on New York's sex offender registry. Shell, born with a mild intellectual disability, hands him her entire monthly check. In 2019, another infant of theirs died in a co-sleeping accident. No charges, no closure. Just a tiny grave and unanswered whispers among relatives. Did Train do something? Shell stayed. By 2022, they're still rolling. Gas stations, parking lots, the occasional campground, and every mile, Palmer's temper grows meaner. January 30th, the family parks beside Buc-ee's bright red gas pumps. Shell tries to settle their youngest, Cody, whose left leg has been swollen for weeks. Palmer insists it's just a sprain. He's wrapped it himself with gauze and duct tape. Late that night, he claims he's giving the baby a quick sink bath. Shell nods off with the toddlers in the back. Minutes later, a thud jolts her awake. Palmer is screaming, "Help me, he slipped." Cody's tiny body is limp, his skin turning blue. Palmer pounds the infant's chest so hard, blood dribbles from Cody's mouth. Shell bolts outside, dialing 911. In the background, the baby's father yells, "Breathe, breathe." Police arrive in under 7 minutes, but in abuse cases, 7 minutes can be forever. The 2-year-old brothers are streaked with old bruises. Shell murmurs, Train flicks their heads when they cry. Medics note blister-like marks on Cody's heels, fingertip bruises on his arms, and that suspicious DIY cast on his leg. Later x-rays reveal a bucket handle fracture, a telltale sign of violent shaking or yanking. But Palmer has an explanation for everything. The toddler jumped on the baby. The walker caused the burns. CPR made the bruises. Detectives just exchange a look. Sure, Train. Body cam footage captures Palmer spiraling. He screams at officers, demands to ride with the ambulance, then snarls, "Just shoot me." When cops refuse to let him leave, he pounds the RV wall and howls, "I'm a hostage." Officers finally cuff him for everyone's safety. In a separate cruiser, Shell whispers through tears, "He locks me in the bathroom. Sometimes he puts meth in a syringe," and her voice trails off. The officers realize they're not dealing with one crime scene. They're untangling years of terror on wheels. At the station, Palmer talks in frantic circles. The baby slipped. No, the toddler did it. Maybe a towel. Detectives lay out photos of Cody's injuries, like cards at a poker table. They show Palmer his son's purple fingertips and say, "Explain the grip marks." He can't. Meanwhile, Shell, interviewed alone, reveals the handcuffs were for her. Palmer likes control, she says. Asked why she never fled, she stares at the wall. "He threatened to kill my dad first." On February 4th, 5 days after Buc-ee's, Cody succumbs to a traumatic brain injury. His brothers enter foster care. Their parents enter the justice system. November 2024, Peach County Courthouse. The jury watches the same body cam footage you're picturing now. A pediatric surgeon testifies the baby's head was struck with force comparable to a car crash. Palmer shows no emotion as the verdict rings out. Guilty. Life without parole, plus 10 years. Shell is ruled mentally incompetent and committed to a state facility. The surviving boys, finally safe, go on their first beach trip with their foster family. They collect shells, build castles, and, for the first time in their short lives, laugh, without fear of flicks or fists. A single 911 call in a Buc-ee's parking lot exposed a monster hidden in plain sight. Cody's story is brutal, but it carries a warning we can't ignore. Evil travels. If you see bruises that don't match the story, hear muffled cries, sense a parent unraveling, speak up. One phone call can stop an RV rolling toward its next tragedy. Let Cody's brief life light the road for every child still waiting to be rescued.